Hey, welcome to the Geeks Among Us podcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Bobby.
And today we were going to discuss Black History Month and our favorite black superheroes, but we realized we're a bunch of white guys, and Chris and Edwin are not with us. So we decided we're going to discuss that another time. So instead, we're going to be a bunch of grown-ass men talking about Legos.
The true white person talk.
I mean, Legos were made in where? Like Denmark?
I think either Switzerland or Denmark. Yeah, it's originally a Dutch company.
Yeah, so that's pretty fucking white. But we're just...
What is this podcast?
I don't know anymore. We're a bunch of nerds.
We're the geeks among other
We
people.
are geeks, not nerds.
You are wearing a pie shirt right now. You're a nerd.
Shut your 3.14159265 hole.
Impressive.
So anyway.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
I'm also wearing a Rooster Teeth shirt too, for those of you wondering.
Oh,
Don't
nice,
mess
Rooster
with-
Teeth.
Don't mess with Rooster Teeth. An exclusive
Anyway.
shirt from RTX 2017.
Anyway,
Why don't we go around and we can say like what Lego sets we have, like what's our favorite.
Yeah. Let's discuss our first Lego set and when we got it. All right. So I guess I'll go first. My first Lego set. Surprisingly, I was like 6 or 7. Do any of you remember the SpongeBob Lego sets?
Yep.
Nope.
Those were very bad.
Hey,
They were very funny too.
yeah, I loved that. Like, I played with that for so long, and then it was in my grandparents' house, and then they moved, and I never found it, and I'm so upset. Because it's worth a lot of money, I assume, now.
Well, the collectors, sure.
Yeah, Jesse, what about you? Or are you...
give me more time. I'm
Alright,
still trying to remember.
alright,
Holy shit.
He's deep in thought. Ryan.
I can't. I mean, here's the thing. Oh, actually, no. I know my first Lego sets. I've had like hundreds of them at this rate, or at least 100 or so at this rate. But I think my first ones were like the Bionicle Legos when one of the first movies come out, like the early 2000s with Motunui and that entire thing, and they were I think they were my very first Legos. But
Nice.
other than that, I can't remember anything else. Like of the first ones I had.
Alright, Jesse.
That I don't think that wasn't the first Bionicle movie, but I'll we can talk about that later.
Oh my god, Bionicle lore.
Bobby, you go.
Alright, Bobby, what was your first Lego set and when?
My first Lego set was a Lego Batmobile 3 weeks ago.
Yep. And from there, he hasn't stopped.
Well, here's the story. So, I was with my ex-girlfriend in this Gadgets and Gizmos store, and we see like this 3D puzzle bust of Batman, and like I'm a huge Batman fan, so I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And she actually remembered that I had said that was really cool, so she went back and she bought it for me for like Valentine's Day, I think, something like that,
Shit.
on my birthday. And from then, like, I had the Batman one, then I got the Superman and Wonder Woman one, and then like a year later, I totally forgot about them, but then I ordered the Green Lantern, Flash, and Aquaman one, and then I was in a local comic book store in Cortland.
Shout out to Heroes and Villains.
Yeah, and I saw the Cyborg one, so I have the complete Justice League set displayed in my room. And then my friend, I was talking to him about, like, you know, how I kind of like to know what gift I'm getting. Like, I kind of like to tell people what to get me, so that way they don't get me anything that I don't want, like for Christmas or my birthday, you know, stuff like that. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I would want to surprise you, and I would surprise you by getting probably like a Lego set. And I was like, why would you get me a Lego set? Like, they're Legos. And he was like, well, you really like to build things, and I can tell with the 3D bust that you have in your room. And I was like, I never thought about it that way. So Thomas and I were in Target before we went to go see Greatest Showman. Great movie.
Oh, so good.
And he was just like, do you want to go halvesies on a Lego set? And I was just like, Alright, yeah, sure. And we got the Batmobile, and I just loved building it. So then I got, what did I get? I got a Justice League set, or like a set from the Justice League movie. I got a Clayface. I got 2 Star Wars sets, and I got the Batwing from the Lego Batman movie.
All of this in the span of 3 weeks.
All of this in the span of 3 weeks. And I'm plan on getting more after spring break.
Nice. Jesse, did you figure out your...
I gave you so much time. I gave you
I
so
know.
much time.
I cannot remember the first Lego set I ever got. It was maybe when I was either 4 or 5.
Alright.
Because I know that I was into Legos by the time I was 5, because 5 was when I got my first Xbox, and I got the Lego Star Wars 1 game.
Yeah, first Xbox at 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'd been around my dad playing Xbox, and we were playing Halo 2, actually. Or I would watch him play Halo 2 with his friends. So yeah. But yeah, so...
That's the difference between being in a gaming family and not being in one. Because I didn't get my first Xbox until... I didn't get my first game station until I was like 8, and that was like the GameCube. But then I got like I got the PSP and then the Xbox One, but then the 360 and then the Xbox One. But oh my god,
same. I was
my
like
my
7
first game
with mine.
station was the GameCube, and I remember getting it because I was at the Yankee game, and I called up my mom, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, can you give me a GameCube?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." So I went home, and then there was a GameCube just like in my basement. Perks of being a 5-year-old: you get everything you want.
Not in my family.
Yeah, I mean, 5 for me with Xbox, 6 was Nintendo DS, so somehow those two were, But, so yeah, so basically, I knew I liked Legos
Are we
back
gonna
then.
be talking about the Lego games too?
Yeah,
We could discuss them.
of course. Like how they've gone through the different stages and stuff, and how it used to be silent, then grunts, then actual voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Favorite Lego game?
Yeah, but let Jesse finish his story.
Okay.
So yeah, so I've kind of had Legos all throughout my life. I mean, going into my room, like my room at home, I have a wall of Legos, and then I have 2 separate boxes of just unbuilt pieces, like the big plastic ones. I cannot remember the first Lego I got. I just know it was probably Star Wars based because almost all of my Legos have been Star Wars based. So yeah.
All right. What's your favorite Lego set that you've gotten? Let's let someone else start. Bobby, since you have the most recent.
The Batwing.
Batwing, yeah.
Yeah.
1,000 pieces for $75.
Yeah, it was 1,000. No, $70.
Oh, $70.
1,000 pieces for $70, and like my thinking is that it should be $100 $10 per 100 pieces. So the fact that like I got an 1,000-piece set for $70 is really cool. And I know like the Batwing is completely symmetrical, so the build is going to be like pretty much the same for each side, and I like a little bit of diversity, but most of the Lego sets you're going to get are pretty symmetrical. But it was just like really fun to build, and it took me all day to build because I would like spread out the bags because there was like 9 bags. I would do 2, then take a break, 2, then take a break,
Yeah,
1, then take a break.
I would leave our suite. He'd be building it. I'd come back. He'd still be building it.
See, I can't do that. I sit down with a Lego. I sit down with the little bags of building a Lego, and I just build.
All right, Ryan. What about you? Your favorite set?
I don't really think I have a favorite, only because like, when I was younger, I thoroughly enjoyed playing with like Bionicles because I could always like interchange parts and make some really weird combinations. Like at one point, I literally just detached like 4 different limbs and just put it all together, and like I ended up having like an 8-limbed guy who was like freaking huge. But it was really funny too because like I had enough pieces where I can like make a story out of it. So I think the Bionicles are my favorite just because of how diverse they were. Although my partial pet peeve now is that with the new Legos that are coming out with like Star Wars stuff like that, and also like other Bionicle-esque ones, I only say that because they really just look at rather than being like just the normal size ones. It takes away from being able to like play with them for a lot, playing with them, especially when Lego Company doesn't do anything with the Bionicle franchise and actually like make it worthwhile watching, rather than just a freaking one-shot movie that doesn't make any sense that could have a sequel. But but yeah, so Bionicles by 100%.
All right.
What's up, Jesse?
Yeah, what's up, Jesse?
There were 4 different Bionicle movies.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm sorry, 5. 2 of which were one-shots, 3 of which were actually series.
Okay.
I don't remember
Which-
any of the Bionicle movies.
So what are the ones? Because I remember Bionicle, the original one. That was a
Mask
one.
of Light was the first.
Mask of Light was the original one.
Then you had The Secrets of Metro Nui, and its 3-part series.
All right.
And then you had the one that was the Return of Matanui, which is another one-shot that made no sense.
That
and
sounds-
in fact, that's my least favorite of all the movies.
That sounds like something you'd hear in Moana. Matanui, yeah, that literally sounds like the island.
It was always kind of very, that kind of tribal type vibe and whatnot. But that was Bionicle.
See, I think
What were the 3 aspects of life again in Bionicle? I can't remember them.
Dude, find out.
We could look it up if anything.
Yeah.
I see his Lego sets as more of a display than like something you play with.
Wait, Jesse.
I mean, that's because you encountered them at the age that you did. For us, it was more like, we just play with them because it's part of imagination.
Yeah.
Which is why I had those 2 big boxes. They were just, I would take apart the real sets and then put them back together in different ways.
Wait, Jesse, what was your favorite Lego set?
I'd have to say it was one of the ones I got, like, probably the most recent of all of my collection would have to be the X-Wing, because I always wanted the X-Wing. So when I finally got it, it was pretty damn awesome.
Nice.
I have Poe's X-Wing.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I really like it.
And
Pose is the big one, right? The
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
big, like there's just the one with the little plaque.
It was like
No.
717 pieces.
No.
I think it was
Okay.
a plaque.
Yeah. And I gotta say my favorite set was honestly, it's probably because it's discontinued, but the Hogwarts set from Harry Potter. That was like a couple hundred pieces, like at least 1,000 pieces to build Hogwarts.
I remember seeing that in like a Lego magazine. They discontinued that?
Yeah, they discontinued most of the Harry Potter sets.
Wow.
It did.
Yeah,
It's
Hogwarts.
like worth $500 now, something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
the
like
2
as
sets,
expensive as the Death Star.
the 2 Harry Potter sets I have are worth $900 combined.
Just, dude, Legos even sell anymore? Because I actually haven't seen any commercials for them recently either.
They don't
No.
advertise for them, but
Lego,
they're still there.
yeah, they Legos are one of those brands that don't need you see Pokemon. Just think about Pokemon, because like while they do have like a main series, they also have like sparse advertisements for like certain new card packs that come out when they
But
do.
it's sparse.
Yeah.
It's extremely sparse, and that's the point. Like it's come to a point where with Lego, you don't need to have a commercial tell you to go and buy one unless they're trying to introduce something new or trying just to remind the audience, to remind the public that they're there.
I know, it's just,
Yeah.
I remember I used to see all the different, like, Lego City sets or Lego Miners sets or whatever they were. It was...
I still see Lego City sets on commercials.
Lego Cities, like I work in a toy store, so I can tell you right now that nothing has died out in Lego. Like all of their brands for the most part are extremely strong, except for Nexonites.
Nexonites suck though.
The Ghostbusters one that they developed.
Really?
Their Lego Ninjago sets are not expensive at all.
No, they're very good too.
Yeah.
They're very good, but
They're
they're
Lego
usually very
Beyblades.
small because there's usually not very much in them.
Well, because there's
And
like 1,300 piece set that's only like $80.
They're also very usually made. You have to understand, Lego Ninjago is one of their most advertised ones because they had the TV show for it, and now they're having a movie.
We just
They
saw
have-
it. The movie was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, I didn't
If you haven't
watch
seen
it.
the series and then just seeing the commercials for the movie, you don't want to go see the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
The series is just beautiful.
So
and the
much
movie's
better.
crap.
Like Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and like the Fullmetal Alchemist movie. Same concept.
Oh,
Flipped it over.
that's for another time. That live action Full Metal
That
Alchemist.
is for another time. So, but I just wanted to bring it up because I just watched it.
Oh god.
Going back to my favorite set, I think that's gonna change because in the beginning of March they're releasing a full size Hulkbuster set.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
1,300 pieces.
Yep.
Wait, how big? How big? Like this big? Or...
Okay,
it's
for
huge.
for
Like,
those,
Oh shit!
Hold on, let me bring up the exact dimensions of it because I did read about that on an article.
yeah, and it comes with
Well,
an
you know what
actual
they have to
display
do then?
stand.
They then have to make a full-sized Hulk set to go with it.
It would have to be a little shorter though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the reality of it.
Mhm.
I don't think they're going to do that. But like the full size Hulkbuster set, I think it's like $120.
Yeah.
1,300 pieces. It comes with like its own display thing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It has like a little plaque. I haven't bought my Legos for myself to build in so long. The only Legos I've built are with you, Bobby, and then with my little brothers because they're like 7. Well, one of them is
You're missing
7.
out.
Thomas
know.
and I originally had the plan that we would go halvesies on Lego sets, and then we would alternate who got to keep them. But like
Now
I
it's
had
just you
1,
keep
2,
them.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 Lego sets. We got like 6 Lego sets since we got the Batmobile, and I've paid full price for all of them.
Yep. Actually, you know
Tell me
what?
you keep all the extra pieces.
Yes, he does.
Because then, once you get enough extra pieces, you can
build
figure
another
out something to do with them.
Yeah.
You know what looks really cool that I want to get? The Lego Creation sets where you can build like a VW, like a VW Bug. The Lego architecture ones look really cool because you could build skylines.
But you can't do anything with those.
No, you can't.
They're just kind of there.
Yeah, but they look so cool. Like
I'm surprised there isn't a Lego Eye of Sauron set for the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That
like
would've been
that
cool.
that would have been
Yeah.
awesome because
Because
that
they've
movie
already
was
had a
amazing.
Lego Eye of Sauron set in the Lego Lord of the Rings series.
Oh, that's
But that's probably
right.
discontinued.
Yeah, it's discontinued.
Here it is. So
Or
it's
the Lego Hobbit series.
I mean, in all fairness to Lego, they can't make every single brand work, and the Hobbit didn't necessarily have the footprint that the Lego company was usually dealing with, because it just, like, I can understand kids going to see the movie, but they didn't see Lord of the Rings. Like, they don't know premise of everything with the Hobbit. Lego was only going to get a certain demographic with that.
The game did pretty well.
Like, I remember...
Both of their games did.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember when Lego Lord of the Rings came out. I was surprised that it sold, because not many people watch it.
I mean, I know for one, I brought the DS version of both Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So.
Oh wait,
so
hold on. Yeah, you were saying?
The Lego Hulkbuster set is called the Hulkbuster Ultron Edition. 1,363 pieces, and it's selling at the Lego store for $119.99.
Oh,
but
shit.
I'm assuming you can order it offline.
Not only can you order it in stores, but I can tell you now that even my own workplace will probably be selling it like a slightly reduced price, only because it's just competing. But I can't, like, if there's 2 things I plan on buying from Infinity War: either an Iron Spider-Man keychain or an Iron Spider-Man Marvel Legends figure, or the Hulkbuster Lego, because I want to have that in my room. That's
the Lego Infinity War sets look really cool.
I think Tom and I were talking about buying the Milano set, which is the Guardian ship, and also the Hulkbuster set. But since this bigger Hulkbuster is coming out, we're probably not going to buy that Hulkbuster set.
By the way, guys, I found out that Lego has an entire list of all of their retired products.
Yep.
One of them is the Millennium... Oh, I actually have this one, the Millennium Falcon, and it's like classic with Luke, Leia, Han, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, and Darth Vader.
Look for something.
Jesus.
Look for the collector's edition sets. When you look at the set itself, it should look like an extremely blown up version of the normal set with a little black stand with a black plaque that goes underneath it.
Okay, hold on. Oh, by the way, the Eye of Sauron set is actually retired.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well.
The DeLorean is retired.
Expected as much. But it may come back. If Lego signs something with Ready Player One, we might get to see the DeLorean again.
That would be really cool.
That'd be really awesome.
Oh, the Sydney Opera House one is retired. That sucks.
Wait, really? Lego Architecture pieces?
Yeah.
That came out like a really long time ago.
Yeah, they really did. Oh
yeah,
my
but
god.
I'm not gonna lie when I say that. Even at my workplace, like we still had I think 1 or 2 Legos of that. If that's out of stock, I'm gonna give a little text to my boss.
Yeah, be like, hey,
Let them know to
swing
raise
that.
the price.
No, let them know to take
Oh, I
off
have
the
this.
shelves,
I have
that
this
way
one
we can figure
too.
out-
Hulk Helicarrier
one?
Breakout.
Huh?
There's a set from the first Avengers movie where Hulk is in the helicarrier and breaking like Loki is in his glass case. You've seen it, Jesse.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that was a Lego set?
Yeah, it was a
They
really
made Lego
cool
sets
set.
for everything during the Avengers movie.
There's a Lego set for the Civil War airplane
Yes, the airport scene.
terminal battle.
Yeah,
And most of the pieces go towards Giant Man, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, most of them do.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
what else could we? The Lego video games, like we were discussing before. What was the first Lego video game? Was it Lego? It was Lego Star Wars.
It was Lego Star Wars 1, then they had Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, then they had Lego Star Wars the complete series,
Yeah.
then they had Lego Star Wars 3, and then once Lego Star Wars 3 came out, Lego Star Wars the Clone Wars, then they started adding other series. However, they've stayed solid with their Lego Star Wars series, going to Lego Star Wars 4, which was
The Force Awakens.
which was for the Force Awakens.
Wasn't Lego Indiana Jones
Yes.
after the
Yes, I
complete...
forgot about that
I
one.
loved-
that one was before number 3. That one was right after the complete series, I believe. It was around the same time as that.
I loved Lego Indiana Jones because Indiana Jones is one of my favorite things of all time. But just add in the fact that it's Lego Indiana Jones. I have a Lego Indiana Jones set somewhere. It's so cool.
You want to know what the best part was about the Lego sets? You could play them on Xbox or any of the other main consoles, and you'd get like a full experience. It'd be awesome. Then you try and play the same type of game on the DS, and it was complete crap.
Oh yeah, it was garbage. It was hot garbage.
The DS Lego games are always complete trash until the DS or portable Lego games, the Lego Batman series came out.
Yeah, Bobby, what Lego games have we 100%ed?
So, I myself have 100%ed Lego Marvel Superheroes, the first one. Tom and I together have 100%ed Lego Avengers and Lego Batman 3.
Yeah, and we tried to do Lego Force Awakens, but we just couldn't get through it.
It just wasn't... I didn't think it was good.
Yeah, and Lego Superheroes 2, we really wanted to.
It's just we couldn't find the time.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Lego Superheroes 2 Marvel Superheroes 2 was actually really good. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Y-Wing?
Yeah.
Just
I have that.
Y-Wing on his
You want to
phone.
see how much it sells for?
Holy!
God
Wait.
damn,
$700 from
Wait.
$742.
You remember what that? You want to know?
But
what
that's
that
collector's
used to be?
edition, Bobby.
What did that used to be?
It used to be about $100 back when my parents got it for me. Now this thing is huge. Yeah, look at it next to a minifigure.
It is pretty ridiculous.
Oh,
The
Bobby has it.
cockpit wasn't even made with a freaking space inside to put someone. It's literally just pieces in there.
That's
It
insanity.
was just.
And Bobby is literally showing it off.
Yeah, he's got a Y-Wing.
I know, but that's the normal set.
Yeah, it's a normal, not the collector's edition.
Turn your back towards the screen.
My bad?
Turn the back of the Y-wing towards the screen.
Oh yeah, it's a different color too.
Yeah, it's
You can
different.
see how this one has the overlay of all the different pieces and shit that they just had you put on there just to make the texture look good. It was...
Yeah. Ooh,
These things were
whoops.
serious.
Oh no.
Oh, he broke it.
Oh no, something came off.
What other
Lego
killed the
Ultimate Collection
pilot.
is-
what other Lego games? Oh, the Lego Batman series. Those are probably my favorites.
Can we mention the
Those
Lego
are the-
Batman movie?
Yes, the Lego
Yes,
Batman movie
'Cause
was
that was
one of the best Batman movies.
That was the best Batman movie ever made.
Well,
Apparently,
I
you guys ever saw the
I-
straight-to-DVD actual Lego Batman video game series movie?
oh
What?
god, no, we don't discuss that. That was so bad.
That one was beautiful, though!
Like, a lot of on Cartoon Network, they have a lot of Lego Batman movies constantly coming out. They have a Lego Flash movie out now, apparently. Like, it's getting a little out of hand. But the Lego...
Oh, wait, give me a second. You continue talking about that. I have to go look at the name for something on Netflix.
Okay.
If you guys want, I can go through the sets that I have and like talk about price and pieces and.
Alright, but wait, hold on. What's another one? Oh, Lego Jurassic World.
Mm.
That was really good. I mean, Jurassic Park 2 and 3 suck, but the Lego Jurassic World's video game was good.
Thomas, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Season 5 of Voltron Legendary Defender is the trailer is on March 2nd.
I'm not caught up. I'm like a season and a half behind.
Come on,
am I caught up?
I'm a season and a half behind.
I think I'm a season behind. I will admit that as well.
Okay.
Wait.
So would you like a list of Lego shit on Netflix? Because I can give it to you.
Oh
right
boy!
Now.
All right. Let's hear it.
Okay, so of course there's the thing I hold near and dear to my heart, the Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu series.
Yeah.
Then there's a Lego Jurassic World, the Indominus Escape.
Oh god, I saw that.
I saw that.
Oh
Lego
god.
Marvel Superheroes Maximum Overload.
I saw that. I have little
Now,
brothers, so I kind of have to watch these.
Apparently a TV series?
It is.
It
Holy
is?
shit. Okay, wow.
Yeah, and Lego Elves Lego Elves is a Netflix original, I think.
Oh god,
That
Lego!
too.
What the hell is Lego Elves? What
Lego
the hell?
Elves is a very last attempt by Lego to make so for example, there are parents out there who are very much not into young girls being into guy stuff. So what happened was that
And
Lego marketed
thought that normal Legos weren't
marketed.
that girls wouldn't like normal Legos, which was stupid. So they made both the Lego Friends and Lego Elves series.
Oh god, Lego
was not a
Friends.
good idea.
The sexist Legos.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
but before you say it's one thing or the other, they also it's one. You can view it as sexist, but you can also view it as like Lego is also trying to appropriate its a diminishing market, because believe it or not, like so many people nowadays will end up going to get Legos and then they just don't care whether it's a girl or guy one. For the most time that I've seen people pick up Legos from my workplace. I'm not trying to universalize it here, just from just directly seeing it. People don't care, and very few people actually do, and that's the reason why that Lego Elves and Lego Friends isn't selling as well, because it's a dying tradition.
It's so stupid. Lego Elves was a terrible idea. Lego Friends is a terrible idea. Lego is Lego.
Is the show good? Because if the show is good, then I could see something like that. Or
no,
otherwise.
I don't even know.
Okay, so you ready for me to continue?
Yeah.
So then you have Legos Marvel Superheroes Avengers Reassemble. Which that name just kind of tickles. That's funny. That's funny as hell. Then you have Lego Nexo Knights, the attempt at them going and rebooting their medieval time series that completely failed.
Yep.
The Lego Elves. A Lego Friends movie, apparently. No, another Lego Friends series. A Netflix original one.
Oh my god.
Then, the only thing Netflix has ever done with Bionicle, Lego Bionicle, The Journey to One. Which completely sucked.
I know nothing about Bionicles, so I'm not getting involved.
Okay. Then, they have in their DVD section, I know because it says Explore titles related to, which means we used to have this, but we don't have it anymore. You have to buy DVDs, extra money to get these. Lego Batman the movie, the Lego movie, Lego City, Lego DC Comics Batman Beleaguered. What the hell?
So
Okay.
that's like, Justice League War.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that, where it's just like Batman's being very fickle in the show for no reason other than to create like some really crappy plot. And then they actually bring in Batmite to be the main enemy, and it's just like a really stupid movie.
Okay.
Okay,
Then they have the Lego Batman movie.
Good.
Which is the best thing ever.
Lego Scooby-Doo Nighttime Terror.
Yep. I was so happy when they made Lego Scooby-Doo, because I want to get the Lego Scooby-Doo set so bad.
I mean, they made a mystery machine, which is pretty fun.
Yeah,
God,
that's what I want
I
to
see
get.
the worst thing in existence here.
What?
What's the worst
The
thing?
Lego Ninjago movie.
Oh my god, Jesse.
Yeah, he's not lying. It really, like, the CinemaSins had such a fun time.
Okay, I just looked up Lego Elves on Netflix. What the actual fuck is this? This isn't Lego.
Yes, it is.
It is not Lego.
No,
It's
actually,
anime. It's
animation.
They have Lego sets of the things, but it's not the Lego style.
Then don't call it Lego.
Thomas, as you're looking at it, is it a Netflix original or is it like?
It's a Netflix
it's a
original.
Netflix original.
It's so fucking stupid.
That's stupid because they should have put like that's not where that's not where their audience is. Like, sure, like slightly older. Like, I'm sure they'll be watching Netflix, but realistically, there's so much better stuff to put on than just Lego.
Yeah, like they still have the Star Wars: The Clone Wars series on Netflix. A lot of kids still watch that.
Wait, Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
My brother watched the full thing on here.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars is on Netflix?
Yeah, they have the full thing.
Oh yeah, wow.
Granted, it's quite funny because I watched the CinemaSins for Star Wars: The Clone Wars, like the actual movie before they had the series, and I completely agree with them on so many points. And when it came down to it, like as I was watching the show, I'm like, you know what? This is just making it harder for me to have like the all-encompassing moment of seeing the Star Wars logo on The Last Jedi.
One question.
Yeah.
Have you actually seen the 2003 series, Brian? The best Clone Wars series, the one that really goes from the end of number 2 to the beginning of number 3.
Yeah.
Like it ends where if you could just start watching number 3, it zooms out and then zooms back in.
Is it also like the
Jesus, Bobby.
The one that's whoa, what the hell is that? Wait.
Bobby moved his camera.
Oh, okay.
No, Snowball fell off. My bad.
No, Snowball.
Film that was it was literally a mute animated movie that like showed like different one shots of Mace Windu, Anakin, Asajj Ventress, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and a few other really prominent figures in Star Wars just fighting out.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was beautiful.
Wait, let's get back. Let's get back.
I'm talking about the animated series that you could watch as a full-length movie type thing on YouTube now.
Guys.
That was whatchamacallit. It was 2003. It was made in like a Samurai Jack type style.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Guys,
they weren't silent. They had sound.
Let's get back to Lego.
Not dialogue.
It was a lot of music.
Yeah, it was.
And in the later seasons, they had a lot of dialogue.
Oh, I didn't watch the later season.
Guys.
Damn. What's up?
Let's get back to Legos.
Yeah.
Star Wars is another
series. This is
series.
one of those things that you should cut out.
No, I'm keeping it in.
This is good to the conversation.
Star Wars.
So the two last things
will be another.
Here. Remember how I said they have the Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu?
Yeah.
For any of you that have watched that series, there's actually 2 episodes that came before that series actually came out, and they're technically considered the pilot episodes.
Oh God.
Oh, I know.
Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu, The Way of the Ninja, and The King of Shadows. The 2 that occurred before they got the golden weapons.
Okay.
The two prequels that were really, really great.
They were really good, but apparently they're. Let me see. They're not even in Netflix's DVD section. They're just gone. Because I just clicked on titles related to it. It doesn't say you have to get DVD to get this. No, it's literally just titles related to both of those. They're gone. Wow.
Yeah. So what have you guys seen any recent Lego sets like the Infinity War set?
I have
not. Or any of the recent Marvel sets, or DC. They look so cool. And
they do.
And
like
luckily
Star-Lord, Gamora, and Peter Quill, and with the Milano going up to fight Thanos, that's amazing.
And Iron Man joining them. But luckily, for once, Lego is not spoiling the goddamn movie with their Lego sets. For once.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a history of spoiling Marvel movies.
With Giant Man too.
Yep, they have a history of spoiling shit like that. But
actually, they had like minor spoilers because they showed that Thor was gonna get a new weapon and that Spider-Man was gonna have his claws.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise, like nothing plot-wise.
Yeah, nothing about the plot. Which, thank God. Watch next. They come out with a Lego set where Thanos is standing above everyone and everyone else is just dead. Like it's just a box full of dead Legos.
Like, you just flip their head and they're just like their eyes are just crossed out with like a mouth that's every figure in the movie just dead.
Yep.
In Star Wars, in Lego Star Wars 1,
with Qui-Gon?
Yes, with Qui-Gon Jinn.
So if you guys want, like I was saying before, I can go through like the Lego sets that I have, like how much fun I had building them, like the number of pieces, the price, whether I think it's worth picking up. I can't show them obviously because no one is gonna see them.
Yeah.
But like after we finish recording, I could show you guys.
Okay, cool.
Oh shoot! I have a bunch of stuff here.
What's a bunch of stuff?
I have all the different Lego series and movies. So once you finish with that, Bobby, I can start going
Okay.
through these.
Okay. So the first one I want to talk about is the Lego Batmobile. Overall, I liked building it. It was like a good amount of time for a 583 piece set. Reasonable price too. It was like 50, something like that. So
Yeah, it was $50.
Comes with Batman, Robin, Man-Bat, and the Kabuki twins, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, they're assassins.
They're Batman Beyond. Aren't they like Batman Beyond villain too?
No, they're regular Batman villains, but they're hired by Penguin.
Yeah. So overall, I think Tom and I had a lot of fun building that. That was the only one that we really built together.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, I think it's called the Crawler. It's from the Justice League movie. From the first battle with Steppenwolf. That it was pretty frustrating at times, but I got it for $40, which is a very reasonable price for a 600+ piece set. But like I said, it was very frustrating sometimes. It's very symmetrical, so you're going to get a lot of like repeats in terms of building it. But it's like adjustable, so you can either have it on wheels or you can have it like kind of like a spider. I have it in the spider mode just because I think it's cooler that way. Then I got the Y-wing fighter. That was really fun. It was $48 for a almost 700 piece set. So again, very reasonable price. So far everything that I've mentioned, I would recommend picking up. If you're interested in like building Lego sets, because they're also really cool displays. It's not like people are gonna ask, oh, what is that? They're gonna figure out what it is like just by looking at it. Then I had a Clayface set. I actually got that for $20 on eBay because the guy who was selling it was only selling it for $20, but it's originally like $35, I think. So I got it $15 off. It was okay. Like a lot of tiny pieces. It looks cool. I don't know if it was really fun to build, but it does look cool. So I'll give it that. And that comes with the mayor from the Lego Batman movie. I don't know her name. And the Batman minifigures. And then I did the X-Wing. I think. That comes with Poe. It comes with BB-8. And it comes with a Stormtrooper, I think. So
yeah.
Really good minifigures. It was really fun to build. It's really the adjustableness to it is cool because you can either have it with the wings out or the wings together. It's really long. It's really long, and it's pretty wide with the wings and everything. That was like $62 for a 700 piece set. So if you could get that cheaper, I definitely would recommend it. But it's not like it's a terrible, set. Like I had fun building it. I would definitely recommend that too. Then I got my only Mega Block set is a Charizard, and I only got it because Charizard's my favorite Pokemon. I would definitely prefer the Legos over the Mega Blocks just because the Legos, the instructions are very clear. Like it has numbered bags, whereas the Mega Block set don't have that. Or the Mega Strugs, whatever they're called. They don't have that, so you kind of have to open every bag and have all the pieces like laid out in front of you, which really isn't fun. And then I got like this one-off Marvel superhero set with Justin Hammer's mech suit. That was, out of all of them, I would say that was my least favorite to build. Still looks cool, but like it just wasn't that fun because it was a lot of like doing the same things over and over again. And then my prized possession, the Batwing, which I got it for $70 off Amazon, for a 1,000 piece set. So that's really good price. I had a lot of fun to build it. It's a little frustrating at times, but I think I can say that with like almost every Lego set, because some parts are just tricky to get, but once you get them, it's so satisfying. But that's my favorite set so far, just because I like all the Batman vehicles. I definitely want to get the Scuttler next, the little
Nice.
dog thing from the Lego
Yeah.
Batman movie. But overall, like Lego sets are actually really fun to build.
They are.
Like
Right.
it doesn't really matter. Like you just have to have an interest in actually constructing something. Because like we're 20 years old at this point, and it's like, why the fuck are these guys playing with Lego sets? But it's like they're fun to build. Like they're honestly de-stressors. Like I was really stressed out before I got my Batwing, because like I had 2-3 tests, and then after those tests I like built it, and it like really calmed me down.
All right. Jesse, what was that thing you wanted? Is it like a list of every property Lego has?
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Would
my-
you like to hear it? Not the properties, but all the animation and movies and shit. And oh my god, has it brought back some memories.
Oh, no. Let's not bring that up, because that's a lot.
come
That's
on,
a long
come on.
list.
It's not that long. It's really not that long. I can go through it pretty quickly.
All right, because then I want to spin that into one last topic that I think we're all going to enjoy.
Okay. So of course you have all its theatrical films, which is all the Lego blank. So you have the Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie, the Lego Ninjago movie, and apparently in 2019 we're going to be getting the Lego movie sequel and the Billion Brick Race.
Kill me.
So what? Wait, what?
Then, yeah, 2019 we're getting 2 more Lego movies.
Kill me.
They're currently in development, according to this article here.
Cool, as long as they're good.
Alright. Then we have, okay, so I actually have the information for you here, Ryan. We have Bionicle Mask of Light.
Mhm.
Bionicle 2
I watched that one.
Legends of Matronui,
I watched that one too.
Matronui, which was the prequel to the Mask of Light.
I knew that.
And then we have the sequel to the prequel, Bionicle 3 Web of Shadows.
I saw that too.
So in order it goes 2, 3, Mask of Light. And then they had the outlier that no one likes, the Legend Reborn.
I saw that one.
I saw it too, and it sucked. Then they have that one-off movie that it's only like half an actual movie. The Lego The Adventures of Clutch Powers.
Ah, that was such a good solo act, though.
Yeah, it was pretty damn good, which is why you get to the end, you're like, wait, what? Why is it gone? What the hell? Then you have the 2 movies for the TV series they made, which I completely forgot about, the Hero Factory series.
Yeah, but you completely forget it for a reason.
Yeah, they have the Hero Factory, Rise of the Rookies, and Savage Planet. Then it's the Lego Batman the movie, DC Superheroes Unite,
Which is
the one based on the video game, the one that I actually kind of like. Then it has Lego Friends Girl. Then it's just a bunch of movies and stuff that we've already gone through. Bunch of the short films and stuff. Again, not really too much different. Then we get to the TV specials and the TV series. Lego Atlantis, the movie. Lego Star Wars, The Padawan Menace, which I saw.
Oh, I
Lego Star
remember
Wars, The
that.
Empire Strikes Out, which I also saw and was completely awesome.
Yeah, that one was really funny as well.
Lego Marvel Superheroes Maximum Overload. Brick Like Me.
What?
Yeah, that was one of them. I've already gone through that one. Lego Marvel Superheroes, I've already gone through that one. Oh, yes, those are all ones that we've already seen. Oh, no. Lego Marvel Superheroes Guardians of the Galaxy, The Thanos Threat. Apparently it was premiered on Disney XD.
What?
Yeah. So, it's apparently a new one out in 2017. Now, TV series. You want to know when the first Lego TV series came out?
When?
For it.
Wait, no. I want to actually hear when you guys think it came out.
1990s.
Okay.
2001?
Okay. Bobby?
2005.
1987.
Wow.
Edward and Friends, based on the Fabu Land theme.
What?
Exactly.
What the fuck was that like?
I'm actually gonna click on that here. Lego Fabuland.
I gotta check this out too. Hold on.
1979 sets. Ricky Raccoon on his scooter. Percy Pig with his barrow. Michael Mouse and his new car.
Oh my god.
Bernard Bear and his delivery lorry? What the hell is this? This looks a lot like Duplo only because of the time frame that Lego had, like the Lego was for it. But they're just red, yellow, and blue themed building sets with random animal figures that are with random like animal characters. It still exists. Lego.com has a Legoland, Fabuland.
Oh man.
What the hell?
Oh
They even
my-
made a Millennium Falcon theme. Oh my god, it's so funny. Someone actually made like a Millennium Falcon themed Fabuland one.
This is
Jesus.
ridiculous. Okay.
I need to screen share this because it's just way too funny.
Then they have, in 2002, their next one was Galador, Defenders of the Outer Dimension.
You guys see this?
Jesus.
What the hell?
What the
Yeah, I
fuck?
can see that. Wow.
Someone actually made that.
Lego Fabuland.
Click on it again, let me see.
Yeah. And also describe it to the audience, or describe it to our viewers.
Very
as well.
very colorful.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Like
The pieces don't look like Legos, but they're so clearly Legos.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa!
like a child's imagination high on sugar.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good estimate for it.
Okay, well, either way, so then we get into the 2002 series, as I said, Galador, Defenders of the Outer Dimension, which is based on the Lego theme of the same name. I've never heard of this shit. Have any of you guys heard of this?
No, this is
No.
What is this
ridiculous.
stuff?
Wait,
And of
Tom,
course,
how far are we
Wikipedia
on
has
the
no
recording?
pictures.
We are 47 minutes in, so we should probably get to the last topic and wrap up. As much as we could discuss this more while I'm editing.
Fair enough.
Tom and I are going to
On the
Toys
top
R
of
Us,
my-
so.
On the top of my screen, it only says 3 in call with 0 in time frame. So I think I should be okay, but that's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Alright, so the last topic I want to bring up is what Lego set, like, what licenses do you want Lego to get?
Ruby.
Yes.
'Cause
Fucking
they-
Ruby, get it.
They already have a ton of, like, licenses, but what other licenses could they get?
Ruby.
I would really like to see them get Pokemon.
Yes.
I know Megastrux has them, but imagine like a Lego set of the Indigo Plateau.
Yo.
Like,
Yo,
that'd
that would
be-
actually
that'd
be
be
really
insane.
fucking cool.
Wait.
Actually, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Wait, just give me a second. No, you guys continue.
Okay.
Wow.
There's
okay,
one.
Jess.
There's one that I saw going around the internet for a while that supposedly was going to be made. 2 of them. A Dragon Ball Z set. I'm still waiting on that. I want it to happen. And an Avatar. Apparently there was an Avatar: The Last Airbender set being made, and they just never released it or something.
I remember images of that, actually.
Yeah, like they were gonna release it, but
No,
then
actually,
Nickelodeon took the
Did Mega
license.
Bloks get Avatar?
No, it was definitely Lego. I remember
Or, like,
Lego.
there were some, yeah, but I don't. But it didn't hit stores at all.
It never hit stores, but it looked
Yeah, I
so cool
remember
because you had
pictures of
like,
it.
because you could build Appa and put Aang on top of Appa.
Wait, let me search up. Let me see if I can get a picture of it and share it with you guys.
Yeah, and then I will
But,
try and edit it.
I mean, like Ruby needs, like Mr. Teeth should have that for Ruby, but I do agree
Yeah.
with Pokemon only because like their figures are like, I don't know, honestly, that they're kind of bad, but they just
Also,
Wait, no.
a set with
It does
Pokemon.
exist.
A set with
It
Pokemon.
exists. There's
Okay.
2 of them.
Okay, but
What?
Pokemon.
A set with Pokemon. It doesn't need to be just one Pokemon. It can be the entire evolutionary line. And then a collector's edition could be like let's say a set is Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. Then a collector's edition could be a bigger Charizard or like a Mega Charizard. You could also do the Indigo Plateau. You could do all these different Pokemon. You could and it's very easy to have like 1,000-piece sets and have the sets vary because Pokemon are different sizes.
And the funnier part is to actually have like the larger sets be like great quads or even like Groudon or Kite.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Yes.
The legendaries.
beautiful. Oh,
Like
Lego.
even if you want to make
Get
a
Konami to
Pikachu,
help
like,
you. Get Pokemon, please.
Wasn't there?
even if you want to do like a Pikachu collector's edition, because in Star Wars they have a full-size BB-8 that's bigger than the X-wing, bigger than the Y-wing.
No
Like,
holy
you can do that.
shit!
Why does Guitar look like that?
Oh god, she looks so bad.
Oh
Yeah, I
no!
mean,
Yeah, so
wait,
here you
wait,
go. They had
so-
two of them.
Aang,
3828
Momo, the
and
Flying
3829.
Lemur, Sokka, Fire Nation, Firebender.
Oh my god, it was an
the
actual
Air
thing.
Temple, and then the Fire Nation ship with Aang, Guitar, Prince Zuko, Firebender, and Fire Nation Soldier. Momo looks amazing!
Oh god.
I
Wow.
remember seeing these.
Oh my god.
Lego, get your
So-
game back up. Oh
So,
wow.
audience, imagine every character in Avatar that you love or know, and imagine just them in Lego form perfectly.
no,
and that's all it
Thomas
is.
will go and
Yeah,
edit a picture.
I'm gonna edit
Oh,
some
okay,
pictures
cool.
in.
Here's your screenshot.
So,
There you go.
Yeah.
that's
Ignore the other tabs.
Jesus, you
I'm
have a lot of
tab
tabs.
person.
You do have a
I'm
lot
a
of
tab
tabs.
person. There's YouTube, and then there's the Lego stuff I just pulled up. So, oh, and here's actually the
Oh yeah, there's also Jesus Christ.
Oh
here it is. There's
No.
Jesus
the,
Christ. For those
this is the Lego shit I was
I'll
talking
try and
about.
edit this in too, but it's so
No.
bad. Lego Galador, it's so bad.
Defenders of the Outer Dimension.
Good God. But there's actually for me, Ryan, and Jesse, I know Bobby's not really interested. There's a Doctor Who set.
I've heard.
It looks
Well, yeah,
so good.
because they had Lego Dimensions and they had Doctor Who Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, and they had the Daleks in Lego Batman.
What about Lego The Office?
No.
Yes, Lego The Office. There's Lego Big Bang Theory. Who's to say there's no Lego Office
Wait,
yet?
seriously?
I would
Yeah.
love there to just be like a one-off Dunder Mifflin set.
Yes, I want that. Cause then you
I'm
can.
pretty sure before the Legends of Chima, there was a Lego Thundercat set.
Yes,
I could see that. I could definitely see that, but I don't know if there's ever been one.
Lego Rick and Morty.
No, actually,
Is Rick and Morty really a kids show?
Lego
I was
wouldn't give it a
gonna
run
say
with that.
like Lego wouldn't advertise.
No, because Rick and Morty's already owned by another knockoff Lego company that does South Park, Five Nights at Freddy's, Rick and Morty.
Not only that, but just not the audience that Lego's looking for.
Yeah.
True.
It's the same reason why I think there's a good chance that if Rooster Teeth's were to partner with Lego, we get Lego Ruby sets, but not Lego Red versus Blue sets.
If Lego ends up making Pokemon sets, they could do other Nintendo products like Lego
I'm pretty sure they've
Super
already
Mario.
made Lego Mario sets.
Have they made? There's
I
Lego.
mean,
There's
just
Mario
getting
sets from
Nintendo
other
as a whole
companies.
Sign on with Lego would be
Oh.
extremely profitable for them.
Yeah.
'Cause you
Oh.
got Mario, you got
Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda,
got
Samus,
so many different
Kirby,
Samus.
Yoshi.
Yoshi, Pokemon.
So many. Lego Bayonetta.
Maybe the funniest part about all this is that the company was producing like different red brick and like brown brick Legos for a very long time, but they ended up like expanding into other markets across like in America because they knew like the company was like, if we don't grow, we're gonna get screwed over because other companies are
Lego can't get Mario. Mario's
Why?
already been taken.
Oh
By
yeah.
an off-brand company called Connects.
Oh
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that's right.
Connects.
Fucking connects.
Wait, why bother? Connects didn't even do anything good with that.
Oh yeah, they did. They made, from what I can see, 5 sets.
They also made Mario Kart sets.
Yeah, they did.
Oh well.
There's actually one other license that I forgot Lego has, and it's actually really good because the video game was decent. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
For the
yeah!
for the new movie, they made that big ass pirate ship that like opens at the bottom. That looked so fucking cool.
Yep, and it's like I think it's like $210 in some places.
Oh my god, I felt my wallet cry.
And if you remember,
Some
if
of
you
the
remember
Lego sets are extremely expensive.
Yeah, but some of them are worth it.
and if
It's
you
like
remember
the Death
specifically,
Star.
Yeah.
those really old Lego Pirates of the Caribbean sets where the characters are actually like molded like the characters should be molded, the same way that Mega Bloks molds their characters.
Oh.
The ones that like would come in the small little skull packages.
Yep.
I remember
Oh
those.
god. And actually, Lego does make real life stuff. Like they've made Women in Science.
Yes.
So I feel like they should move into that territory.
Yeah. Let's not ignore that they have like Lego architecture. They also have like Lego ideas. They have like Lego Ghostbusters. They have
there's
like NASA.
Lego.
They're going nuts.
There's a Saturn V Lego set that I want to get so bad, but it's so expensive. Can I?
And also they have Lego Technic too, which is still doing very well.
Yeah. If anything, just release a little Neil deGrasse Tyson minifigure, and I'll be good.
Does anyone remember Lego Mind Bricks? Whatever it was called?
No, but they have Lego Minecraft.
Let me see. What was it called specifically? It was the one where you could build robots with the Legos.
Lego Mindstorms.
Mindstorms. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only have a few from what I remember, they only have like a few larger sets of those. Like there's one of them where you can literally just write coding for it, and the book will teach you how to do it, and then you can make the robot do whatever the hell you want it to do. You just have to build it first.
Oh yeah.
Why Lego doesn't have a store where you could buy the retired sets? Because you still make a profit off it. Like, yet you probably
because
have
they don't
to
make
hire
them anymore.
Yeah, but that would defeat the purpose.
Jesse and Ryan. Actually, our high school used to have a Lego robotics club where they had those sets.
My middle school used to have that.
I got to play with them when I went to take your kid to work day when I was like 12.
The funniest part about that is in our high school on the what's known as the 6th floor, which is not really the 6th floor.
It's a sketchy area. That's what it is.
Teach forensics. In the back room, you literally just have piles and piles of Legos from Mindstorms, and you actually have like the console from the Mindstorms too.
Yeah, but you want to know what they did instead of building the actual robots?
What?
They just ended up playing Halo all day.
Oh, yeah. I know. I did. We did that. Didn't we do that in her room for like the longest time? Yeah, we just played Halo too.
But that's getting off on a tangent.
Yeah, I think we should end. Is there anything else you want to say about Lego? Bobby, are you gonna buy more Legos today?
I might have you buy me more Legos today.
only because I owe him money.
Yeah. Well, I drive Tom.
I will owe you money.
Yeah, I drive Tom home pretty much every vacation that we have, and he lives in Brooklyn. I live in Long Island, so it's a little out of the way. So instead of making him pay me gas money, I just have him get me something, whether it's food or like whatever.
Last Jedi tickets.
Nice.
No, that was that?
Oh yeah, that was last time because I remember we decided that.
I'm pretty sure Gertz got my ticket.
Who I'm gonna try and get Gertz on the show at least once. Oh. That's gonna be fun. All right, is there anything else you want to say about Legos?
I'm trying to recruit a few of my other friends to get on to Geeks Among Us. That way we can get an ever-expanding repertoire of skill.
Yep.
I would just leave it off on like if you guys have any recommendations for Lego sets that I should get, or if you have just like your favorite Lego set that you've built, or if you want to see videos of my Lego sets and me doing an in-depth review, I'll do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could do live streams of building Legos.
I could do it.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
We can do a time lapse of me building like a really large set.
Yep.
Just remember that these things do cost money, and we are college students, so
we
won't be able to buy them in bulk. But over time, we'll get more.
Depending on what platform we decide to go off of, like we can go off of maybe like even if we go off of like YouTube or like Twitch for like different what's normally used for like gaming stuff, we can go off those platforms just that way we can get a wide-reaching audience if you guys think we should, and if it's come to a point where it becomes obvious that like we can monetize it and get some more funding for it versus like other stuff. So we'll see when it gets there.
So leave those comments, and Jesse,
don't forget to like that hit button.
All right,
see you guys later.